Hello, my name is Grandma Ginny. I'm a foster grandparent with RSVP of Dane County. Foster grandparents help out in the schools around Madison and some other towns near Madison. And we help kids with their reading and with some of the other things that they learn in grade school and in middle school. Today, I'm going to read a book and you can read it along with me. And with this wonderful device here, I can share my screen and we can all see the book together. Here we go. The name of the book we're reading today is called A Case of Sense. The author of this book is Songju Ma Demeki, and the illustrator is Shenan Bersani. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing those names correctly, so if you know better how to pronounce them, maybe someday I can learn that from you. Here's what this story is about. While Ming plays outside one summer day, the smell of delicious food fills the air. It's coming from greedy Fu Wang's house. What is he up to, wonders Ming. To his alarm, Fu Wang demands that all the neighbors pay him for the pleasant smells. When the neighbors refuse, the case goes to court. How will the judge rule in this unusual case? And will justice be served? Can Fu Wang make money? Can Fu Wang make money from the neighbor's sense of smell? A wise judge makes use of another sense to close the case with clever and convincing logic. This looks pretty interesting. Now I'm going to try to adjust this a little bit so that it looks bigger. Okay. Let me see, is that enough? No, we'll try it a little more. Now, oh, that looks pretty big. Here we go. So this is A Case of Sense. On a summer day, Ming was playfully racing a wheel down the city street with a stick. See, here's a stick and here's this wheel that he's chasing along. When passing Fu Wang's big house, Ming was greeted by strong and delicious cooking smells and the sounds of clanging pots and frying pans. This was unusual. Ming was alarmed and stopped his wheel. What was the greedy Fu Wang up to today? Excuse me. Suddenly, a loud cry flew out. Neighbors, your attention, please. We are cooking 8 wonderful dishes for you today. The gong sounded. Bong. Steamed fish. Bong. Fried shrimp. Bong. Beef stew. Bong. Kung Pao chicken. Bong. Ming recognized the voice as that of Fu Wang. Dumplings. Bong. Spicy noodles. Bong. Chicken with mushrooms. Bong. Bok choy. Bong. What is going on? The city folks questioned each other. Ming's father rushed over. He dragged Ming back home and closed the door behind them. Later that afternoon, Fu Wang's voice was heard again. Neighbors, an important announcement. I have prepared the wonderful aromas of many fine dishes today for your enjoyment. Tomorrow morning, I will collect 40 cents per family as payment. Have your money ready. Ming now understood Fu Wang's greedy purpose. He just wanted more and more, Fu Wang did. The following morning, Ming watched Fu Wang as he went door to door, loudly demanding money. The residents refused to pay him. Here's Ming, he's kind of watching him from behind the pot there. And what did Fu Wang do? I will take all of you to court, Fu Wang threatened. Then you will have to pay me even more or go to jail. Wow. The next day, people who lived within 2 blocks of Fu Wang, including Ming's parents, were ordered to appear at the local city court. Ming and many other curious folk came along. Ming made his way to the front of the packed court. See, here he is. The accused neighbors stood silently on the left. Fu Wang stood on the opposite side of the bench. The judge whacked his gavel on the bench 3 times. Bam, bam, bam. Silence, he demanded. Fu Wang, state the reason you claim you are owed money. Fu Wang spoke with confidence. I hired helpers to cook many foods, allowing my neighbors to enjoy the delicious aromas of 8 different dishes for an entire day. Now they should pay me for my planning and the food and the labor of my cooks. The judge turned to the accused residents. What is your response? One neighbor came forward. I did not smell his food. I was inside all day. Fu Wang barked. Impossible. The aromas were everywhere. You could not avoid them. One young man said furiously, the smells from Fu Wang's food were not something we asked for. Why should we pay for them? The judge said nothing as both sides argued back and forth. Finally, the judge banged down his gavel. Bam, bam, bam. The judge faced the accused residents. Check your pockets for coins. As I call each one of you, bring 40 cents to my bench. The neighbors looked defeated and shook their heads in disbelief. Ming felt sad for them. Fu Wang victoriously folded his arms. See, he thinks he's got something coming now. The judge stood up. Fu Wang, come to my bench. The judge then called out a name from the list of the accused. Bin Chen, come to my bench and bring your coins. A nervous old man stood in front of the judge. Now stand close to Fu Wang and shake and rattle your coins as loudly as you can. Bin Chen did what he was told. The sound of the coins in his trembling hands seemed somber and heavy. The judge waved his hand. Stop. Then he turned to Fu Wang. Did you hear the sound of Bin Chen's coins? Yes, I did. Fu Wang leaned forward, ready to make the coins his own. The judge said simply, you have now collected your payment from Bin Chen. Fu Wang seemed confused. I don't understand. The judge said firmly, you have been paid for what Bin Chen smelled with the sound of his coins. Look at that. He turned to Bin Chen. You can now step back. Fu Wang's mouth dropped open. Ming laughed out loud at the sheer logic of this order. The judge then called the next person. Hua Zhang, bring your coins to my bench. This time, the sound of the coins seemed light and happy. Clinking and clanking, one by one, all the accused neighbors joined in shaking their own coins. Clinking and clanking, clinking and clanking. Finally, the courtroom quieted down and the judge stood up. Neither smell nor sound has definite shape or volume. Once created, they are passed freely through the air. All people nearby will receive them passively. The sound of the coin is a fair trade for the smell of the food. The case is now closed. The city folk cheered. Ming, impressed by the fairness of this decision, decided he would work hard to become a wise judge himself one day. See, Ming thought, I'd like to do something like that. And that is the end of the story. So thank you for listening today, and I hope that pretty soon you and I could read another book on this Caribou program. Goodbye now.